of the Oregon Business Association, the group that you will be meeting with next, that Oregon classroom educators need to be at the table to add their voice for hope and change in our industry. What will you say to them on behalf of Oregon educators this evening to convince those business members that our voice, and more importantly, that of our students, needs to be heard and valued?
Well, I want you to come up with me. Thanks.
I'll go.
What I fundamentally believe is that you're never going to have a strong community or a strong city if you don't have a great public school system. You know? And that wasn't necessarily true 30 or 40 years ago. Things have changed. So I grew up in the south side of Chicago. My friends could drop out of high school and actually do okay. They could go work in the stockyards and steel mills and get a pretty good job and support a family and own their own home. As we know, those jobs are gone. It's a distant memory from a bygone era. And so the stakes have never been higher. And so we're asking more of teachers, of educators than ever before. The school systems can't do this by themselves. The business community, the nonprofits, the faith-based institutions, philanthropic community, everybody has to rally behind this effort. I speak my mind. I went to the Progressive Baptist Convention, and 5,000 ministers said, if your churches are open on Sundays, but closed the other 6 days, you're part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. You got to open up. You got to help. And so, whether it's the business community, whether it's the nonprofits, whether it's faith-based, everybody has to rally behind this effort. Everyone's voice, not just teachers, not just students. Everyone has to come together. What I'm trying to get folks to do is we're all really good at pointing fingers. We're all really good at blaming somebody else. Blaming the union, blaming management, blaming the board, blaming the business community, whatever. All of us have to change our behavior. All of us have to come outside our comfort zones and do the right thing by children. I think educators are working extraordinarily hard. I just think we can't do it by ourselves. We need to involve the entire community. They need to listen to us. We need to listen to them. I talked earlier about schools as community centers. I had a set of schools in Chicago that initially didn't want to open their doors to the outside world. You don't want to keep them shut. They had to change that culture. And when they started to see results with children, they made a lot more schools come in. But I always, much as I'm going to push the business community, I just encourage us to look in the mirror, be a little self-critical as well. What can we do to be a better partner? So we all have to move to the middle. We all have to not stop pointing fingers. They have a huge role to play. I think they haven't been invested enough. I'm going to challenge them tonight and say, both out of altruism and self-interest, you have to invest, you have to participate, you have to be at the table. But it's not just them. We all have to do it. And I think that's, for me, the bigger picture is how we all stop pointing fingers, how we all start to work together in a very different way. And if we do that, then children left behind children that got their homework. But if we do that as adults, they're not very, very confident. We lead adults, plus and fights like a family. Two parents fight, the kids lose. Same thing in schools. And that's sort of the mentality we're trying to get away from. We're trying to change that.